Imagine this. You're an 18-year-old rapper performing your very first show in Los Angeles. The crowd is hyped. The bass is shaking the floor. Suddenly, two burly men wearing U.S. Marshal jackets storm the stage, grab you, and haul you away in handcuffs. The internet explodes. Free TeejayX6 starts trending. A fake mugshot circulates, along with a fabricated news tweet claiming you were caught with $50,000 in fraudulent bank checks. But there was just one catch. It was entirely fake. The U.S. Marshals were actors hired off a website. The arrest was performance art. Welcome to the chaotic, brilliant, and completely absurd world of TeejayX6, the self-proclaimed originator of scam rap. In 2019, while other rappers were bragging about trap houses and designer clothes, TeejayX6 was rapping step-by-step tutorials about the Tor browser, stolen social security numbers, and licks at Walmart. He wasn't just a rapper. He was a character in an ongoing social media heist, bending the truth in an era of digital disinformation. But how did a kid from Detroit turn internet fraud into a viral hip-hop movement? How did it all come crashing down amid pawned chains, bitter rivalries with Punchmade Dev and Kasher Quon, and a massive decline in relevance? And what are the weird, untold facts about the human Black Air Force One? This is the story of TeejayX6. Before the VPNs and the dark web, TeejayX6 was born Dallas Antonio Asbury on August 28, 2001, on the east side of Detroit. According to TJ, his life of hustling started hilariously early. He claims his very first scam took place in the first grade, where he sold clumps of parsley disguised as little baggies of weed. The hustle was apparently in his blood. He had two brothers tangled up in the illegal arts, one who eventually did serious time for bank fraud, and another who acted as a kind of mentor in lower stakes mischief. But TJ's real entry into the scamming world didn't happen on the streets. It happened in front of a screen. After getting bored of playing basketball, a young TJ spent his time playing video games online. There, he met someone who introduced him to Instagram scamming. By the time he was 14, he was logging onto the dark web, witnessing things he later described as the most messed up stuff you could imagine. He wanted to be a rapper, but his early attempts were complete flops. He was rapping about dealing drugs, a life he wasn't actually living. He realized that to stand out, he had to talk about what he actually knew: the internet. In 2019, Detroit was already brewing a hyper-local rap scene built around offbeat flows and wild punchlines. Artists like Bossman Rich had planted the seeds of scam rap back in 2017 with tracks like Juggin' Ain't Dead. But TeejayX6 took it to a completely different level. He made it literal. He even named himself after the MSRX6, a palm-sized device you can buy online for about $200, used to clone the magnetic stripe on credit cards. He wasn't just referencing crime, he was narrating the recipe. In the summer of 2019, TeejayX6 dropped Dark Web. The chorus was essentially an IT tutorial. The government tried to ban me from the dark web. I downloaded a Tor browser, then got back in. Went and got a VPN. The internet lost its mind. It sounded like a felony with a beat. Then came Swipe Story, a track that meticulously broke down a plot to walk out of a Walmart with Xboxes and TVs, complete with a music video actually filmed inside a Walmart. The New York Times called his songs the 10 Crack Commandments for online financial crime. TJ leaned into the meme economy like a genius. He hosted a literal scammer convention at a streetwear store in Manhattan, where fans lined up like he was the Pope giving a blessing. He airdropped strategies to kids in the crowd. One teenager, holding 2 brand new iPhones, walked up to him and said, "I wouldn't have this sauce without you." He even sold verses on Instagram for $500 and tutorials for $25. He framed himself as a Robin Hood for the cryptocurrency age, bragging about scamming massive corporations, Tom Brady, and even his own grandmother. He called his whole lifestyle Black Air Force activity, a nod to the internet meme that anyone wearing all black Air Force Ones is up to no good. His delivery was spoken word, offbeat, and heavily influenced by Blueface. But it was his absurd, dark humor that made him a star. On one track, he casually claimed he knew the people behind 9/11. On Twitter, he teased a lyric saying his uncle shot at a T-Rex in World War II. He was the perfect rapper for the modern internet. You never knew if he was telling the truth, and honestly, he didn't care.
You can't talk about TeejayX6 without talking about Kasher Quon. Kasher Quon was a fellow Detroit rapper and TJ's partner in crime. Together, they formed the dynamic duo. In fact, their legendary track of the same name was born purely out of frustration. The two had missed a Spirit Airlines flight to a show, went to the studio furious, and just started trading punchlines, trying to outdo each other. TJ later admitted that this exact session was where he finally found his signature flow. They were the faces of Detroit's scam rap wave. But in hip-hop, money changes everything. The fallout was messy. According to a viral interview with Kasher Quon, TeejayX6 had made over $1 million, but refused to break bread. Kasher claimed TJ promised him $50,000, but gave him nothing. In retaliation, Kasher admitted to running off with $30,000 of TJ's money. By October 2021, the beef spilled onto the mic. TJ dropped a snippet dissing Kasher, calling him Kasher Quon. Kasher fired back the exact same day with a brutal diss track. He exposed TJ for allegedly being broke, mocked his crooked hairline, and clowned him for sleeping at his grandma's house. Kasher rapped, "You ain't never shot nobody. You only shoot houses." The dynamic duo was dead. TJ declared he was done doing interviews and done speaking on Kasher. The scam rap kingdom was fracturing from the inside. While TeejayX6 was dealing with internal Detroit drama, a new challenger appeared from Lexington, Kentucky, Punchmade Dev. Dev took TJ's formula and weaponized it. While TJ was somewhat comical, Punchmade Dev was literal and extreme, dropping tracks like Wire Fraud Tutorial and operating actual websites selling digital methods and stolen accounts. Dev even got sued by a bank over a fraud investigation. TJ considered Punchmade Dev a blatant clone. The beef ignited on Instagram Live after Dev released a swiping tutorial song. TJ confronted him, furious that Dev was biting his style. TJ even regretted doing a 2019 feature with Dev, feeling he had accidentally handed his rival the keys to the kingdom. The internet beef eventually spilled into the real world. According to an interview TJ gave to No Jumper, the two crossed paths at the only mall in Lexington, Kentucky. TJ was there with his kids and his own blood brother. Punchmade Dev was there with 3 other men. The confrontation escalated quickly, and according to TJ, Dev flashed a gun. TJ claims he was ready to step outside and fight, but Dev's crew didn't want to throw hands. TJ speculated that if a fistfight had broken out, Dev would have panicked and shot him. But the craziest part of this story isn't the gun, it's what happened with TJ's brother. During this incredibly tense, caught lacking moment, TJ's own blood brother didn't back him up. Instead, he simply walked off in a different direction. Because of that betrayal, TJ cut ties with his brother completely. Punchmade Dev didn't let it go. In March 2024, he dropped a diss track titled "I'm Rich, You're Poor," mocking TJ's financial decline. And speaking of financial decline, by 2022,
The scam rap novelty had worn off. The gimmick that made TeejayX6 a viral sensation was the exact thing putting a ceiling on his career. Fans on Reddit began asking, how did TeejayX6 go broke so quickly? He had previously claimed that Atlantic Records signed him to a $10 million deal, a claim he later seemed to contradict in an HBO documentary by saying, "I scammed the record label. I put a fake signature on the contract." Whether he actually scammed Atlantic or just blew his advance, the reality was grim. The guy who rapped about swiping thousands was now, allegedly, on Twitter trying to scam people out of $5. Nothing symbolized his decline more than the infamous chain saga. TJ fell on such hard times that he had to pawn his signature chain. In a humiliating twist, the chain was scooped up by Atlanta rapper Rack Baby. TJ tried to save face by posting screenshots proving he pawned it rather than getting it snatched, but the damage was done. To make matters worse, Rack Baby later posted a video getting the chain tested, claiming the diamonds were completely fake. Rumors even circulated that the chain eventually ended up in the hands of his arch-rival, Punchmade Dev. Even HBO's 2021 documentary series, Generation Hustle, treated him like a caricature, painting his scams as basic catfishing schemes, rather than the elite hacker moves he rapped about. And Adam22 from No Jumper bluntly told TJ to his face that he had fallen off, even jokingly proposing a music festival for fallen-off rappers.
So where does TeejayX6 stand today? Despite the beefs, the lost chains, and the financial rumors, you can't erase his impact. He took a hyper-niche internet subculture and forced it into the mainstream hip-hop conversation. He predicted the memification of rap, proving that in the modern music industry, being an entertaining character is just as important as the music itself. Recently, TJ has expressed a desire to move past the gimmick. He told Flaunt magazine he's eager to release serious music that has absolutely nothing to do with scamming. And he might just have 9 lives. In 2025, his song Wakanda randomly went viral on TikTok, and he actually reconciled with Kasher Quon and 10K Kev, reuniting the dynamic trio. Whether he's a rap genius, a master troll, or just a kid who took an internet joke way too far, TeejayX6 will forever be remembered as the crown prince of scam rap, the human Black Air Force One. And honestly, if you watch this whole video, he probably just scammed you out of 15 minutes of your time.